Oh! I've got some new comedy characters.
I can't believe that.
You know I love, the work of, comedy greats like Chris Moyles and Noel Edmonds. I've got some really funny comic characters that'll be popping in and out of the studio.
Save them.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Badly Drawn Boy. All possibilities on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington, and a few new characters, Steve.
I can't believe
As I said, you know, I know you love Moyles and his sort of wacky stuff, and
Chris Moyles,
Edmonds,
one of the greats.
and Edmonds, and just all
well, I'm
gonna go along the same sort of vein. I've come up with a couple of, can I show you one?
I'm excited.
Okay, well, it always starts with a sort of doorbell.
Okay.
So, it goes, ding dong, I go, oh, no, hold on, Steve, hold on, Karl. Who's that at the door?
Yeah.
Hello? Oh, hello! Oh, look, it's Camp David, the right queer gay. Oh, hello, hello, you look all gay today. Is that because it's nice weather? Oh, no, that's not what it means. Oh, have you got a girlfriend, Camp David, the right queer gay? No, but I've got a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, bye. Right.
Oh.
Ding dong, oh, it's another one.
Hang on.
Another comic. Hello. Oh, look. It's Holy Fuck, the little funny Chinese fella. Wait, that's his name, Karl.
That's his name, Karl.
Karl. Hello, Holy Fuck. Harold.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's
so,
fine.
Mr. Fuck. You can call me Holy if you want. No, I prefer to call you Fuck.
Yeah.
Right? You're right.
Nothing wrong with this so far.
No. Have you got a girlfriend, Mr. Fuck? Achoo. Oh, you haven't got that stars, have you?
Yeah.
No, that's my girlfriend's name. See? Yeah. Oh, just before you go, Mr. Fuck, I've got two things here. I've got a nice trilby hat that you could wear, or I've got a little lampshade. Right? Which one do you want to put on your head and walk around? I presume the trilby.
No, but it's not.
No.
Yeah.
The lampshade.
Lampshade, of course.
Bye.
See
you later.
Yeah. I thought they were genius. Can I be honest? I'll be honest. I thought they were brilliant. I thought they were. You didn't steal them off Chris.
No, they're original. They're original.
Sometimes
characters.
Chris Moyles has done stuff as good as that.
I know, I know, but no, these are all mine. So there you go. We'll be hearing more from Camp David, the right queer gay, and Holy Fuck, the funny little Chinaman. What? All right, Karl. Yeah. Is that your sort of humour? It might not be your sort of humour.
You just should have run it past me before you did it.
Yeah. What one are you worried about in particular?
Not Camp David.
Well, say his name.
No.
Say his name.
Which one? I don't know which one you mean.
The Chinese fella.
Well, I forget who that was. What was his name? I can't remember.
Well, if you can't remember, it can't be that good, so we'll leave it. We won't do it again. Right? I'll tell you what I've got, Steve.
Oh, what?
I'll tell you what I'm thinking.
Go on.
Right. Do you know, like, TV programmes sort of get rested in the winter?
Ding dong. Oh, no.
Hang on, who's this?
Oh,
go on.
Hello again. Not now, Mr. Fuck. We're talking. Bye.
Is that Holy Fuck again?
Yeah. Okay, God. Look at God's face. Right, okay, that's it now. I'm not answering the door anymore. Right, okay, go on.
Right, yeah.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. He's trying to get in. You've got. Don't be impolite, Rick. Come on, Rick. He wants to come in.
No, it's too late. It's too late. He's gone away now. Go on.
Right. Anyway, what I'm thinking is, Rockbusters coming back for a bit.
What? What are you talking about?
He likes my idea. He likes my characters. He doesn't like that idea.
What?
Go on, what, Karl?
No,
what?
I was going to say if I came up with what?
With
that Chinese fella.
What was his name
for a sketch? You wouldn't have liked it. So let's do Rockbusters and see how it goes. I know you weren't a fan of it, but.
Hang on, yeah, but to be honest, Karl, he dissed Cheap as Chimps, and we know that's a brilliant idea.
Hang on, sorry, we all agreed that Rockbusters was a piece of old toss.
No, I didn't. I said it needed resting.
And that's why we stopped doing it.
I said it needed resting for a bit.
I don't remember that conversation. What do you mean it needed resting? We abandoned it because it was appalling. It started off as a nice idea, but you just gone crazy.
Let's play a record and come back to this, shall we? What do you want to play?
Bit of sugar.
Oh.
Yeah, brilliant. That'll cheer us all up.
I don't know why you were thinking of bringing this back. I'm genuinely worried about this.
Well,
is that the doorbell? I would be lying, Rick, if I told you that didn't feature in my list of the best singles ever.
That's lovely. It's a
If I can't change your mind,
great pop tune.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
I think Carl's worried about one of the names of my characters, so I'm changing the gay fella's name to David Gray, the bent pianist.
Right.
The Scientist, Coldplay, on XFM 104.9, with me, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington, and Ricky Gervais, obviously. So, Carl's just getting a little bit frustrated there with Steve, having nothing to offer after being off for a week. Do you know what he calls you now behind your back?
Oh, God, here we go.
No, it's alright. He calls you the Professor, because of a picture of you in, My Media.
Oh, right.
It's what did you say? He said
Did you approve it?
I didn't actually, no.
No, you know what it is, don't you? It's, you know when you take it from an angle, it sort of distorts one side, and they've taken a picture from a bigger picture, I think, and so it's, do you know what I mean, like he's looking in a kettle, and he went, what's going on there? He said he looks like one of those professors of BBC Two schools programmes.
Well, I take that as a compliment, considering what I call you behind your back. And I say, no, it ain't the Professor.
Although, Carl's looking pretty good at the moment, aren't you?
I'm surprised, can I just say, I'm surprised that you got chosen for having clean nails at school to serve the biscuits, because I always imagine you, when I look at you, I see you as a child, I see you as a grubby little child, who's always out in the street getting dirty.
Carl is quite hygienic, because he's always got a nice little...
Nowadays I do.
Yeah, nice
but
little top on.
Not the boyhood Carl. I always imagine you being quite neglected.
No, me clothes weren't always the best, and they were a bit warm, but they were always clean.
Yeah. It's a country song coming on. Are you Dolly Parton?
I always imagine your house as having, and actually to be fair, I imagine your house has been very much the same, always stinking of chip fat.
Yeah, also, my mum was always cleaning, so again, it was always sort of like clean. It was just, it smelled
And cigarette smoke, maybe?
Yes, it smelled of Dettol, pets, and cigarette smoke, and
such
chip
a working class smell,
chip fat, yeah.
That's a real working class, sort of smell and look and stench.
Yeah. Are you talking about me now?
Yeah, right, yeah. I mean, the interesting thing is that Carl's cleaned up his house.
I have 2 baths.
No, you're obsessed.
I love
Is this really bad of me? I was in, Waitrose earlier buying a sandwich. I got a bit of money now, Carl. I like to splash out on a sandwich. I like £2.50.
You ever seen any of it?
Benji's shop.
He does go to Benji's. I'll tell you what,
I love Benji's.
we go for lunch, right, and if he looks in the restaurant and it's sort of like $6.50, he goes, Rick, I'm not made of money.
Yeah.
He is. We have to go to Benji's. He gets 2 sandwiches that have to fill him up, right? Because they're a quid each or something.
But I'm a big guy. I need a lot more food. I genuinely need more food than most people. I'm like a brontosaurus.
It is. He's just grazing all day.
So I can't afford to sort of splash out in Pret a Manger all the time with your fancy French sandwiches. I like to get a lot of bread for the money. I want a lot of bread. So I was in Waitrose, and some guy came in behind me. Yeah, and he was sort of, I don't think he was mentally doolally, but I think he'd been homeless for just too long, and he was really...
what's just right at the time to be homeless?
Well, I think it was past
you want to get out of that game early, don't you?
He's past the point of no return, this guy.
I see, right,
I think it was like, it was too late for him. I think there was no going back, really.
6 months,
he was sort of walking at a bit of a weird angle. He walked like the Elephant Man, even though he wasn't deformed. It was probably like you were in the week. It was quite unpleasant. And he sort of came up to me and he went, and weirdly, he spoke a bit like I'm speaking now because of my throat. And I thought, if I speak to him back, is he going to think I'm taking the mick? So I kept quiet. And he went, alright, what's your name? And I said, Steve, and he shook my hand. He forcibly took my hand and shook it. But he had these cuts and bruises on his face.
Oh, the open sores.
Yeah, and he was shaking my hand, and I was just terrified. I was just thinking, get off my hand, let go of my hand. And thankfully,
did he have a bow round his neck?
Well, he may as well have. I mean, seriously, and I caught the eye of a security guard, I had him thrown out. You know, I'm all heart.
This man does not have the funds to be shopping here. Please have him removed.
This is part of the John Lewis partnership. And, so they had him thrown out, and you know, seriously then, I was just freaked out. I had to wash my hand as soon as I could. I couldn't imagine the kind of grime that was crawling across whether his kind of homeless way.
Are you still doing your social work, or are you?
Whenever I can, Rick.
Yeah. Yeah. At least he used to give it to old people, biscuits. You'd have gone, oh, I'm not going near them. Look at them gums.
Wouldn't that have been grim? Would you have wanted that though? Old kind of homeless people touching you?
Well, no, it's
I'm not Jesus Christ.
No, I know, I know. It's not on the list. I don't have a shopping list on. What do I know? I need some batteries from a Walkman. I need to be touched by some old people. See you later. Cheers.
I was watching, the one thing I did watch all week was Columbo, which seems to be on constantly. I was watching Columbo, and I know you're a fan of Columbo, Wick.
One of my favourite programmes of all time.
But I was like, do you not think that he...
Alright. I just thought you were going to talk about it.
Well, which one? They made about 90, and they're showing on about 4 channels in rotation.
But it doesn't matter if I tell you who did it, because you'll find out in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. You find out in the first 2 minutes anyway.
Let's be honest, if Robert Vaughan's the star, it's probably going to be him.
Or Culp. Often Robert Culp.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes Patrick McGowan.
But do you not think that Columbo looks like he smells? Would you imagine he smells a bit? He's a brilliant detective.
Well, he's got that dog, and he smokes cigars, so I imagine he smells...
I reckon he stinks. I reckon he doesn't clean his clothes enough.
Oh, I think he has. I think he gets up and washes. But I think if it's on a crumpled
he's too absent-minded. I think he's too busy thinking on solving crimes and stuff.
What do you think? Do you think his wife makes him clean his pants now and again?
I think they're quite a bohemian couple. I'm not sure she's really interested in that. I think she's got her own mind. Maybe she's a painter or something.
No, maybe she's losing it a bit, and he's a bit embarrassed by it.
Yeah, that could be true.
And she's probably incontinent, so while she's ironing his trousers, she just all over them, and he goes, oh God, she's shutting my pants again, I gotta wait a minute.
Yeah. It's almost kind of reinvented it, you know.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Great song anyway, isn't it?
That's what's weird, really, because you've done that, and that's kind of what I've done with Rockbusters.
Right.
I've taken something.
Well, you've taken Blockbusters and changed one word.
Sort of made it better.
No, not really, because those are real clues that work. Yours are the ramblings of a madman. He doesn't really understand what the word cryptic means.
A little bit stronger.
It's more, this should be called What Am I Thinking?
Well,
what am I thinking?
We should just introduce the idea of Rockbusters to people who didn't hear it last week. Now, I'm trying to think of some classic ones. Do you remember there was now what was it? The
Jamaican
fella
fella spinning a fish round his head. That was Did Trout Spinners. And he tried to make it sound. I mean, it doesn't work.
You have to speak in a Jamaican accent and say the Trout Spinners.
Well, they wouldn't say Did Trout. They'd say Detroit.
Trout Spinners.
So it doesn't work there. So that's the stupid Wet Knee Houston. Yeah. No one called Wet Knee Houston.
Yeah.
So
you need to basically crawl inside Carl's head and figure out what's going on in there if you want to win these. We've got some Kylie collectibles for Rockbusters.
The good thing about crawling into Carl's head is there is a lot of room.
There's plenty of room.
It's
very much like when God created the Earth. You can just fill it out with anything. Birds. So, your Rockbusters clues this week then, Carl.
Alright, so as always, you know, we did it last week.
What can you win, though?
The Kylie collectibles, just
brilliant. Excellent. Should we throw in some stuff of ours? Just to
if you've got any tag,
we get it for free, extras, flanimals, etc.
Got some other junk lying around the office.
Yeah.
Right. So then, 3 clues, you text in with the answers, you win the stuff, right? First clue. The initials of the band of the artist are FF. Right?
FF, okay.
FF. And the sort of cryptic...
Well, I know it already.
And the well, not ruin it. And the cryptic clue, I've got snails, croissants, and baguettes in my palm. Right, what's going on there?
No, I don't know it.
Right, there's the clue.
Say that again?
I've got snails, croissants, and baguettes in my palm. Oh, that's weird. FF. Right, FF, what's the band of the artist?
The clue changes ever so slightly every time.
I know.
Right, the next one, my granny's is taking a penalty. She better get the ball in the back of the net. NM. Artist or a band. NM. That's an old artist, by the way.
Give it to us again.
NM. Me granny's taking a penalty.
I've got it.
She better get it in the back of the net.
It's a good one.
Okay.
It's a good one. Alright. That might be his best ever.
Wow.
There you go, right. And the last one, this is a tough one, but you know how it works.
Wow. When he says tough, he means doesn't work.
Yes.
Does not work. Repeat. This does not work. Go on.
The initial of the band. It's an 80s band. I think I've got to help them out. A is the initial, right? And the clue is, and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and that. What am I? Right. So, letters A, the cryptic clue. And where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and that. What am I?
And the initial?
A.
882921.
That works.
You can give us a call 0500 288
I'm getting worried now because I'm getting all these.
That's really scary. We're doing, about 20 minutes ago, Rockbusters, special New Year's Rockbusters. 3 clues, 3 bands or artists. We've had a number of responses. It really worries me when people get this right.
Well, I was worried that I got it right.
Well, I don't know what it says about our audience. It's like, why are we bothering? We may as well just shoot off. They'll be happy just watching the tumble dryer going round.
I know. Carl, come on then. What are the clues again? Here we go.
Right then, so, there's 3 clues. First one, the initials were, FF, right? And that was, if I've got snails and croissants and baguettes in my palm, right? That's like the clue. What band or artist is that? Think about it, right?
Go on then.
The initials were FF, that's, Franz Ferdinand, right? So like,
Whoa!
Franz Ferdinand, it's kind
Franz Ferdinand.
France, because it's like, oh, that's what they eat over there.
Should be
snails.
French, really. There's no, you can't say France
in
food,
your hand,
can you?
so France.
French food in hand.
French food in
I've
hand.
never heard of a band called French Food in Hand.
Well, a lot of people got it as
I
well as
know,
on the
but
text,
French
so.
Food in Hand. What are they? What label are they on? What label are they on?
It's just French food and hand, so you got that, right?
French Food in Hand, yeah.
Second one was, my granny's taking a penalty, right? She better get the ball in the back of the net.
Go on.
NM with the initials.
Yeah.
Try and work it out. Your gran, that's your nan. Ball in the back of the net. That's Nana must score it, right? Nana must score it, right?
Nana Muscori. Okay, I'll give you that one.
And who is it? Nana
Muscori. Nana Muscori.
Yeah. So that,
Nana Muscuri.
right, so that works. And then
No, it doesn't work,
Then the
but it's
final-
close enough. It's close enough.
the final one was the initial was A, right? And the clue was, and where people go to relieve themselves after looking at elephants and giraffes and all that sort of stuff. What am I? Right? That's a well, I'm a Zulu.
I'm a Zulu. No, I got
I'm a Zulu.
I'm a Zulu.
So that works as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, no.
3 good clues as always there.
Well, not really. Couldn't really call them cryptic, but we're gonna do something that we used to do on our local radio show called Rockbusters. Sounds a bit like Blockbusters, a television programme that used to be on television where they gave sort of real cryptic clues. Yours aren't cryptic clues, yours are ridiculous. So explain Rockbusters.
Give out an initial of a artist or a band
Yeah.
knocking about like now or ages ago, and I give a cryptic clue.
Not a cryptic clue. Very rarely cryptic. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's nonsense, but
Well, as we once said, I think it is more accurately described a craptic clue.
yeah.
Well,
Or what am I thinking?
are you going to give an example, or will we just do them?
The classic example, of course, for me is a woman. She's an artist. The initials are WH. She was wandering around
Texas.
in Texas. She fell over. A part of her leg fell in a puddle. Wet knee, Houston.
That is the level.
That's what you're working with, people.
So it's going to give 3 of these. The first email that gets them all right, the first email we get, and it's timed, isn't it, email, so we can know, that gets all these clues exactly right, can win, what, a signed photo of Carl?
Now that is exclusive. There are not very many. I don't think they even exist, do they? There are no signed photos of Carl. So this will be a collector's item.
Right. So, yeah, there's 3 different ones. When you send it in on email, podcast@rickygervais.com, just put in the subject thing like Rockbusters, so I know what I'm looking for. Right then, so 3 different clues for you to work on. First one.
Oh, shouldn't I do a jingle for this?
Please.
Okay. Oh, that sounds cryptic, no, it isn't!
Rockbusters.
Right, first one, the initial, right, is B.
The initial B. Band
B,
or artist.
So, a band or an artist beginning with the letter B. The cryptic clue. Well, I don't want a house that's that far away from the water. I want to be right on top of it. Right? That's the cryptic clue. Well, I don't want a house that far away from the water. I want to be right on top of it. Right? B. Artist or band. Who is it? Right? Work on that one. Second one. It's B again. B. Letter B for the band or the artist.
Alright.
Cryptic clue. Right? That part of my leg is English.
That's it, is it?
Yeah.
Right.
That part of my leg is English. Initial B. What is it? Part of my leg is English. And then the last one, KW, artist or band, and the cryptic clue, the fitness teacher has got a speech impediment. What's going on there? Right, KW, the fitness teacher has got a speech impediment. Work on them, right? Send in the answers, podcast@rickygervais.com, and just win some signed picture and that. Right, so last week's clues, there was 3 of them. I give you initial of an artist or a band, and a cryptic clue.
Yeah.
You work it out, you email it in, you win a signed picture and that. First one was, well, I don't want a house that far away from the water. I want to be right on top of it.
Go on.
Right, so that was B.
Yeah.
That's, that was Beyonce. Beyonce. Like, it's like a cryptic thing. Do you get that? Second one.
I'd stand. Beyonce.
That part of my leg is English. The initial was B. That was Britney. Right?
Britney.
Yeah, so it's like British. Britney.
But so you're just taking the one half of her name, are you now?
Well, she's known as that now. I think she's known
I don't
more
know who
as,
she is, but fine.
more as Britney than Britney Spears. They don't really call her that anymore.
Yeah.
Also, British isn't the same as English.
Yeah, I know. I realised that, but it was too late.
Brilliant. That's what you're up against.
Just like that Ollie wants to be a millionaire.
The last one was, the initials were KW.
Yeah.
And the clue was, the fitness teacher has got a speech impediment, right? So you've got to sort of think about that. You've got to think about a fitness teacher.
Yeah.
He's working out and that.
Yeah.
But he's got a speech impediment. So when it like comes to like
Well,
finishing,
no, you didn't say all this in the clue. So.
But it was just that one was Kanye West, right?
Kanye West.
So I'm just saying.
Why did the fitness teacher say Kanye West?
Because he's got a speech impediment and he's been working them out. They've built up a sweat and he's like, right.
Well, no, you didn't say all that, so it doesn't matter.
But anyway, even if that is the case,
So
what is he saying?
He's saying, all right, can we rest now?
As in, can we rest now?
Yeah, just kind of because they say that at the end. It's like, right, everybody.
So he's got a speech impediment. He's very, very camp, and he's adding words. Okay, but apart from that, it works perfectly.
So
that is bollocks. You're an idiot.
So that was the first 3.
Who won?
Have you ever done a march or anything though? Have you ever sort of...
What are you saying?
Have you, you're having a go at me for not getting behind it all, right? Which I am, because I've got more standing orders going out my account for charities than anything, right? But have you ever got behind a problem?
No.
I don't think I have, to be fair, no. No, I am quite slack in that respect. It does take a lot of effort though, doesn't it?
Well, it depends. What sort?
Well, if you're going to do one of those walks from John O'Groats to Land's End or something, that's a lot of time commitment.
There's one, I tell you what, there is one that looks alright. On, Portland Place, just off Oxford Street, there's always, just a little Chinese fella sat on the pavement, right?
Oh, I've seen him, yeah.
What's that all about?
Yeah.
He's just sat there with a poster, but you don't know what it's for, because it's in Chinese.
Yeah.
So he's just always sat there. But for me, that's the sort of march I want, where you just, and he's only there when it's sunny. If it's raining, they don't bother.
I tell a lie, I did pop down when all those women walked through London in their bras.
Embrace and Gravity on XFM 104.9.
We've had a couple of texts. People obviously can text in 83XFM. That's the text number for the big quiz that's coming up shortly. Rockbusters, still your opportunity to win some of those cracking prizes. Enter your name in the draw if you can unravel the, I don't know what you call them, conundrums that Carl sets.
Sort of.
We've had a couple of texts. Obviously we're leaving early today. This is a shortened show and our last show of this run. But we've got to leave early. We've got to go down and try and make poverty history. But Rob's texted and he says, only an hour and a half today. Well, poverty does have some benefits then.
He's a fan.
He understands the show.
Who was that little fella that used to write in who hated the show?
Oh, I forget his name, I haven't heard from him for a while actually. I don't know what happened.
No.
Maybe he realised that if he hated the show so much, the obvious thing to do was to switch off. Maybe that finally dawned
That's
on him.
annoying.
What's his name? Someone remind us of his
I
name.
like people who hate us to carry on listening.
Yeah.
It just gives it an edge, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's the fact that, that you're annoying someone. I mean, I love annoying people.
I know you do, I know.
So
You're like a kind of walking Chinese water torture.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Have we got Ladder 49 today?
Right, there's a number of cracking DVDs as ever on Rockbusters. We've got The Life Aquatic with Bill Murray, we've got Howard and Kumar Get the Munchies, hilarious stoner comedy, and Batman the Animated Series. And Ladder 49, there it is. Joaquin
phew,
Phoenix,
yes.
John Travolta. If you've ever seen Ladder 49, then you can give us a quick text review on 83XFM. I'd be interested to know if it's
Why are
actually
you
worth
giving
watching.
away one a week for the last 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Well, we better stir them then. Let's do Rockbusters for the last time. You can win those amazing prizes.
Alright. As always, just a little cryptic clue. Some initials of a band or an artist. Work it out, email in or text in. That's it, innit?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, the first one. Richard's kid.
Yeah.
cuts hair for a living. Right? Richard's kid cuts hair for a living. Right? Initials ED. Right? DD. Richard's kid cuts hair for a living. Second one. I have a problem saying the French word for well. Right? I think that's the right word anyway.
Wow.
I have a problem saying the French word for well. So what's that? That initial there is K. Right, band or artist. And then the third one, you take 8 kebabs, 2 kebabs, 57 kebabs, times it by 27 kebabs. Right? The fella is struggling to work it out. What's that? What's going on there? Right?
That's a good question.
DS. DS is the answer there. 8 kebabs, 2 kebabs.
I've got it.
57 kebabs times it by 27 or what have you. Fella's struggling working it out. What is
I've
it?
got that one.
DS. So, just email in, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk or on the text, 83936. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can win Ladder 49 and those other DVDs. Plus, you go into the draw, which we'll do before we leave, and you can win the signed by Matt Groening, personally drawn Homer Simpson. We've got the Spinal Tap poster signed by Christopher Guest, and also the original artwork of us as Flanimals.
But they've all been framed. They've done a brilliant job. It really is a nice prize. I mean, almost too good to give away. A little bit annoying.
Is it too late to take that back?
Well, I was thinking we could sneak in a copy.
Yeah.
Just a very bad photocopy, so it goes grey and
Yeah.
No, they're all get texting.
Right.
Right.
Right then. First one was Richard's kid. He cuts hair for a living.
Yeah, what's
Right.
that?
That was well, try and work it out. You know.
There's no point.
Dick's son, yeah, he was a barber. Barbara Dixon, right?
Doesn't work.
Dixon, well, again.
It's Barbara Dixon.
Right,
Her name wasn't Barbara Dixon, was it?
So, that's that one.
Did Ronnie Corbett ever say, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Barbara Dixon?
Second
No,
one.
he never did, did he? He never did.
I have a problem saying the French word for well. What's the French word for well?
Oh, isn't it? That's good. What?
No, that's good then.
Bell? Well, no, what?
Isn't it bien?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. I have a problem saying it, so I can't say it. I can't say bien. I can't say bien. Can't say Kasabian. Right? So, they managed to work that one out. Can't
That's
say,
one of your worst, that.
can't say bien. Can't say bien.
Can't say bien, it's not.
Yeah. And the last
Doesn't
one.
work.
That's terrible.
8 kebabs, 2 kebabs, plus 57 kebabs, times 27 kebabs. This fella is struggling working it out. What's the answer there? DS. Right? Had Donna some, right? So he's struggling working it out. So Donna some, right? So they got that right as well, so.
What was the answer?
Donna Summer.
R.E.M., Night Swimming, beautiful song, brilliant band. I've got to introduce them, and I'm actually nervous.
Yeah.
I never get nervous.
You never get nervous, do
I
you?
never get nervous, and I get a little adrenaline rush.
It just takes, 80% of the world's population to be watching you, and then you get a little bit jittery.
And I don't know what to wear.
No, this is interesting actually. I don't. No. For a moment though, I was thinking maybe Ricky's got to pop home first before he goes down to bring on the band. But if you are watching it, or if you're there, obviously not there. If you were there, you wouldn't be listening to this. But if you're watching it on TV, do check Ricky out, because how do you describe that particular look? Ricky's wearing sweatpants. I assume they're sweatpants. They're not pajama bottoms, are they?
They're sweatpants. They're sort of.
And
yeah.
you've got just a white t-shirt, cheap plain white t-shirt.
Yeah.
And basically Ricky is wearing. It's like he's made so little effort. The only way he could have made less effort was if he wasn't wearing any clothes. And he was just wearing his underpants that he slept in. But he's actually bothered to put on a t-shirt and a pair of sweatpants and some trainers.
Yeah, well.
I mean, Jonathan Ross is going to probably be wearing a suit, one of his, expensive suits or whatever, and...
Yeah, but he won't be as comfortable as me.
Well, true. Did it not occur to you for a moment to maybe make slightly more of an effort? Perhaps put on a jacket?
Jacket looks silly with tracksuit bottoms.
Well, again, you could have changed your tracksuit bottoms. I mean, they're a mainstay of the outfit, aren't they? It's like, they're not changing for anything.
Yeah. I've got very little things that I haven't got a drawstring or elasticated waistband.
No, sure.
I don't want to be bothering with buttons and zips and hooks.
There's going to come a point, isn't there, where you're just going to wear, I don't know, smocks.
A baby crow.
Baby crow,
A baby
yeah.
crow with a flap. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Those little mittens.
Yeah, all in, yeah, that'd be great. And then an oven glove, so I can just get stuff out of the oven, eat it, let it drop everywhere.
Yeah.
Right, and then just get out the baby crow, put a new one on, a clean one on.
All those kind of red flannel things with the which cowboys wear.
Yeah.
The kind of buttoned up. bit
Yeah,
in the back.
they're like old cowboys.
Yeah.
Grandpa, he comes out with the shotgun.
Exactly.
And yeah, the long johns. Well, how's it going with Rockbusters? Anyone got the answers?
Actually, one guy has texted in, James in Deptford, he's offered some answers, and he says here, the guy that hated us, famously, of course, we should have remembered, Dickie Anderson.
Dickie Anderson.
Richard Anderson, of course.
Oh.
I don't know if Dickie's still listening. If he is, obviously email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk and tell us what you've been doing, how you've been keeping busy and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice to hear from him.
Chris Campling hasn't called, has he, either?
Yeah,
The one that thinks that not only is this whole show scripted, imagine that, right? But that Carl is a character created by us.
Yeah.
He's actually an actor.
Oh, if only we
Look
could
at
take credit
that,
for
a
that.
shaved monkey we got.
I'll tell you, you're going to go along later to the Live 8 gig and you're probably going to see some bands that can make an effort to entertain you, but if you want entertainment, Rick, you know it.
Go on.
There's only one person to book.
Go on.
Me. If you know, you're perhaps
Yeah.
going to do, because I'm obviously a top
Well,
DJ on the radio, but where I really come into my own is DJing in any kind of club
Well,
environment.
you told me you were DJing, I didn't go to it, DJing at a party, and you said the place was rocking,
The place was roaring.
and I loved it. Carl just said he was there and they weren't.
Well, that's nonsense, Carl, because
weren't,
you know
so-
very well that when I'd put on a tune, they'd cheer.
Yeah, but it was late on in the night. They would have done that, whatever you put on.
That's nonsense.
No,
They
they
were
said they were happy and everything. I'm not saying they weren't having a good time. It was your party. It was alright, but they weren't going mental like you're sort of making up.
They were definitely going mental. When I put on the Proclaimers, they could not believe their luck.
Yeah.
They would have walked 1,000 miles.
Was it good though? Were they really, what were they doing? They were dancing, were they?
Dancing and that, but they weren't sort of cheering, going, you know, more and all that at the end.
What's about?
Oh,
Take
wow.
On Me came on, the big cheer went up.
Oh, I don't know who to believe.
I've been there, done it, Steve. I've been the DJ as well. And
Oh, it might be jealousy. It
I
might
think
be
it's
like a,
professional jealousy there.
yeah.
I think it's because my fortunes are on the up, and his are on the down. You know, we all know famously that he had
Pilkington's
making music, his
didn't
DJ
happen.
outfit.
Didn't happen.
I did enough. I just wanted to do enough to pay for the equipment. And I did. And that was that. But I don't like crowds, do I?
But you're safe, aren't you? You're behind the little thing with the flashing
But
lights.
there's still a lot of people and that. Forced fun. I don't like that.
False
It's not
fun.
forceful, they haven't got to
It
dance if they don't want to dance.
Yeah. Don't like it.